Hello, my lovely Libra, and welcome to your moon reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out any of your other readings on my channel, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. And also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share all that other great stuff, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because I will be putting up some abundance readings shortly, and you don't want to miss those. Those are wealth, finance, abundance, and that's certainly important. But this is a moon reading, which is going to be kind of exciting because this is a pretty big lunar month. We have a lunar eclipse very close to the Halloween time, as well as we have Friday the 13th. So lunar shifts will kind of maybe have some kind of pull there. We might get some excitement going on. So anyway, let's get started. 7-card circle. The first position for you is kind of where you are now or what you're facing, okay? Second card is indicative of what kind of caused you to get in this position. Third card is similar to that in a typical tarot deck of the challenge card, as it's kind of what's keeping you in this cycle or this situation. Fourth card is your ultimate outcome should you follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th cards, right? So these are the best possible steps to get to best possible outcome. So we will certainly go through these, my lovely Libras, and see what we can find out for you, okay? So right now I see we're facing purity, okay? And for most of you, what I think this is that you're kind of having an epiphany for a lot of you that maybe, you know, you've either been hanging out with people who have not been making you feel your best or haven't been kind of leading you down the best path, or perhaps you are feeling guilt, okay? Maybe you have some sort of guilty feelings, like you don't feel like you've been living your best, most pure life, okay? Like perhaps you really need to rethink about things. And if it's not specifically you, okay, it could be that, you know, you're in a relationship with someone, friendship with someone, business partnership with someone, situationship, and you've realized or found out that maybe they weren't completely on the up and up with you, or on the up and up in general. Maybe they weren't doing the best, most moral things. Maybe you found out they were cheating on you. Maybe you were cheating on them, okay? Maybe if it was a business relationship, you found out that they were doing some underhanded things, or maybe you even knew about it, right? And you weren't involved, but you were compliant, you know, because you were complacent, right? You know, so whatever your situation may be, however this resonates, I do feel like this second card, kind of what got you into it, is self-reflection. I do feel like you've kind of had an epiphany, okay? I do feel like you've kind of taken a look in the mirror at some point, and you've kind of had almost like a kind of, you know, catharsis about it, a moment where you're like, I don't like the way this is going. I don't like what's going to happen here. And I don't necessarily know if that means because you've gotten into some trouble with it, or you've come close to getting into some trouble, or you just kind of something, you know, came to you, you know, or just something hit you that I don't feel right about this, or maybe you found out something and it really made you feel bad about yourself. And you're like, you know, I don't like feeling like this. I don't like the way this makes me feel when I look in the mirror. I want to be away from this person, these people, this type of feeling, this whatever. And it's really kind of made you kind of reevaluate, you know, what you're doing, or who you're hanging out with, or who you're being around or spending your life with, those kinds of things, okay? What's keeping you into this situation though is release. And that is because you're having a particularly hard time releasing the situation. Now, this could be for a host of reasons. If it's a work situation, you could be financially involved in it. You know, you might be caught up in it. You might be trying to get out of it is very difficult. Legally, it could be, you know, contractually, it could be that there's blackmail involved. Literally, I get that vibe for some people, sadly. You know, it could be a situation releasing it. You are involved in a very long-term relationship, and releasing that relationship is not only emotionally difficult, but financially is very difficult for you. You know, it's going to be the breaking of, you know, bills up, and where you're going to live up, and kids up possibly, you know, all kinds of things. So this is very difficult for you, releasing this situation, right? It's not just as easy as being like, hey, you know, I don't want to hang out with that person anymore because I don't like the way they act. You know, it's not that situation for you. I'm feeling like this is something that's, you know, way more in depth, way more deep thoughts, way more tied in, that's taken you a long time to kind of get to the point where you say, I don't like this. I don't want to be a part of this. but now severing yourself from it is a lot easier said than done, right? Okay. So that is, it's tricky. I get it. I feel this. Okay. I definitely feel that for you. So whichever side of that you're on, whether it's business or, you know, family or relationship, I feel that for you, that this is very heavy. But fear not, because I see your ultimate outcome as abundance. And this doesn't necessarily mean financial abundance, okay? Because if you look at the card, there's like love and abundance here, animals and joy and happiness and peace, right? So it could be an abundance of peace and calm and love and joy. And it could be financial abundance, but it could very much be just, you know, you're getting out of a bad situation. You're getting out of a emotional train wreck. You're getting out of a stress pressure cooker situation. But it also could very much mean abundance too. But about this card is nothing negative. So do keep that in mind. So by severing and releasing, yeah, you might have to take some steps back. That's very possible. But in the long run, it is going to be so much more abundant for you in all forms and facets. Okay. So do keep that in mind. But right, how do you get there, right? Because like I said, easier said than done. This is not, I do not feel like this is a simple little situation where it's as much as like, you know, my neighbor got on my nerves because they were doing something they shouldn't have been doing. I don't like it. I don't want to hang out with them anymore. It's not that kind of thing. I think this is something more, you know, that you're tethered to. So the first thing is you have to be patient, right? It didn't happen overnight. And I felt like this from the beginning. I feel like that, you know, this situation wasn't overnight coming to be, or, you know, this may have been a long situation and it just now fell apart, or you just now found out things, or, you know, you're just now coming to a realization. But however it is, this is a kind of a long-term situation or relationship, situationship, business partnership, however it applies to you. So getting out of it is not going to be an overnight thing either. Okay. And you need to be patient with that, right? You want to make sure that when you are severing it, you're doing it in a proper, appropriate, legal, and classy way, right? Because you want to stay above reproach, right? You don't want to be implicated. You want to be the one who takes the bottom line. You don't want to be, you know, you want to go high on this, right? So definitely be patient, okay? Understand this may take some time to do it the right way. So, you know, just be patient with that. The next thing is going to be acceptance. And for some of you, this is acceptance on a couple levels. Acceptance that, you know, if it's an emotional thing, that it's going to need to come to an end because, you know, you are who you hang out with. And these things that are happening to you, or, you know, if they're persuading you or causing you to be something that you're not happy with, that you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror anymore, you want to remove yourself from that. You need to get away from that. And if that causes you to need help and you're not the kind of person that likes to ask for help, this is also a second kind of double issue with acceptance. You need to accept help, right? If help is there, get it. Okay. So if part of this release issue is that, you know, you need a place to stay, you need to go have support from friends, family members, you know, you may need to call in favors to go to a different job if it's something like that, because you really want to break ties with this person financially before anything else happens, you know, that's going to get you in potentially more trouble, these kinds of things. Accept any help you can get. Accept that it needs to end, first of all, and then accept the help that you need to make it end in the most, I guess, the most positive way possible, okay? Because, you know, it's kind of a nasty situation. Everything about this is telling me you're kind of in a situation that you don't feel comfortable in anymore, okay? And that can be really ugly if you let it. So what you need to do is accept any help that's going to help you make this smoother. And that could be help as far as even just advice from people that kind of have been through it before, or that are in the know, or if you've got friends that are in the legal field, if it's a legal situation, or, you know, relationship advice, whatever it's going to take. But, you know, this is not the time to be prideful. You know, pride goeth before a fall, right? Now's not the time to be prideful and say, I don't want any help from anybody. I'm not going to accept that. Or I'm going to fight this. If you're one of those people, and I'm one of those people myself, who I refuse to let go of things. I can fix this. We can fix this. We can get through this. We're going to fix this. We're going to make it better. Sometimes if you've gotten to the point where you are having a, you know, cathartic moment that this has just gotten too far, you need to accept that it's not worth it. Cut it and let yourself go, okay? Because it's only going to drag you down further, right? Because the last step here is growth. And you cannot grow if you're being pulled down, right? If you're not being surrounded by rich, nutritious soil, right? Minerals, those kinds of things, positivity for humans, right? Positive people, positive things, nutrients and things, that you need, you can't grow, right? Nothing can grow in a hostile environment. That's the bottom line. So you need growth, right? You cannot be your best self if you cannot flourish and grow in the environment. And this environment is telling me, everything you know about it is telling me that you're having a moral conundrum here. You're having a moral problem, a moral issue. You're having a situation where you're not happy with the way things are going. You know it needs to go. So accept what you need to do. Accept you need to move on. Accept you need to get out of it. Accept the help you need to get out of it in the easiest, best way that's going to be the most positive. Surround yourself with the most positive people, the most nurturing for your soul, so that you can grow out of that into the best version of yourself, okay? Safely, comfortably, happily. And that is going to lead you to an abundance, okay, that you've never had before. An abundance that's going to make you feel the love. You're going to be surrounded by people that are, caring for you truly. You are going to find a new value in yourself, a new growth in yourself, a new set of people that are going to be there for you, not working against you or bringing you down or making you feel bad about yourself. You are going to feel an abundance, a relief, a calm, a peace, and everything that you've really wanted, okay? That's all going to come for you, but you just have to get there, right? And a lot of it's going to start with just being patient, accepting the fact that you need to get out, accepting the help rather, and then allowing that to let yourself grow out of this, because even if it was your mistake that got you into this, and that we all make mistakes, accept that we all make mistakes. Do not beat yourself up, no matter what. Accept that we all make mistakes. Be patient with yourself. Accept that we make mistakes and grow from them. Learn and grow from them. That is why we are here. Okay, we're here to learn and grow. We all make mistakes, right? And that is what's going to make us the best version of ourselves. Okay, so I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you back soon, my lovely Libras. Bye-bye.